that finishes feature 3 and so on. So cool stuff. They've got a deal going there where the Speedway is matching all money up to $1,000. So somebody's going to get some pretty decent money, I think, over there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's racers definitely tend to follow the money, and when you're talking that big money, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, and then the 5th and 6th of June. I've never been here, but Big Sky Kartway in Missoula, Montana is having a big 2-day show. The cage karts are going to be there on the cart, as well as all UAS racers are encouraged to attend because they're going to be running the UAS rules for the open class. But check this out. 30-degree banking, dry slick, and 3 lanes. I guess there's 3 grooves that you can.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to, go on YouTube and watch a video of this place, it's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
I need to do that because I haven't seen it, but it sounds ridiculous. I mean, with the UAS, they'd be bombing fast, would they not?
Oh yeah, they'd be quick. I think Renee Angel, she runs over there. They got a big race over there, and she said some of the cage karts early on when it's tacky, they're down in like the 9-second range. And it's a good sized track. So
bigger than Salem, you think?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That sounds really cool. We got about 5 minutes before our first in the seat guest calling, the 13-year-old sensation Justin DeMars. Those of you just tuning in, we're just kicking about the news. So let's see here. Moving on to this Saturday, Salem Speedway, the Slideway Saturday 2-day show is back in town with the 125s, 250s, quarter midgets, and juniors running during the day, and then the micros, the mini stocks, Pro 4s, and the Open 500 cage putting on the night show. And then Sunday they go back to the quarter midgets, 125s, 250s, and juniors. So it's going to be a good show. Everybody prepping for the big one coming up March 27th to 29th when the Cage Cup comes to Salem Speedway. $1,500 to win for the 500s, $500 to win for the 250s, $300 for the 125s. And hopefully they're working on getting a race of champions where it's going to be, instead of a trophy dash, they're going to have like a 15 or 20 lap race of champions for some money.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so that should be cool. And then, stay tuned on the Northwest Race Report because the month of March is Cage Cup month, and we've got some great guests, including Kobe Copeland, who's a defending champ, Mr. Topher himself, Chris Rawlings, Patrick Desmians, the track guru of the Northwest, and then Dane Amix will be our in the seat guests, and then we'll of course have live coverage of the Cage Cup March 27th and 29th on Racecast Live, which is home for right here for the Northwest Race Report. So that'll be cool stuff. Before we go on and get into the results, Shane Smith, you got some cool news. Again, it's for the KT 100 guys. We got some cool stuff. We got about 4 minutes, man. Tell them what's going on.
Well, yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff going on. We're putting together a series this summer, Northwest Speedway Karting. Going to be a KT 100 and Yamaha YF 200 combined series. This one's going to be sponsored by Burris Racing. So really exciting. Winner of each of these races going to get a set of tires. So
wow.
As well as the top 3 in the championship after the 4 races will also receive a set of tires. So potential to bring home some stuff, which is really cool to see. It's going to be run under the Burris Series rules, and if anyone's wondering, all the IKF KT100s will fit into those rules.
Man, that's a big shot in the arm for the series. Now you don't have any dates yet for that, right? Because you're still
waiting for a couple of schedules to come out. We're going to hammer those out, and then we'll get the date set. It should be following the UAS up here in the Northwest, so I know a lot of people wanted to run both, so we'll have those on the same dates, and it's going to be pretty neat. So anybody has any questions on it, it's going to be Burris tire only, running the Burris Series rules, and it's going to be a 360-pound weight rule. That way the light guys and the heavy guys can still be competitive. And if you have any more questions, jump on to either my Facebook page or the Northwest Speedway Karting Facebook page, and I can answer any questions about the series, as well as Mike Burris can also answer any questions about those engines.
Man, what a shot in the arm. And if you ask me, I mean, what a perfect blend for the UAS. I mean, if you can get those Yamaha guys to doll up their rides, so they look nice like the UAS guys and really, do it. I mean, it's a perfect deal. They go hand in hand, I think. I mean, what a great show that's going to be.
Oh, absolutely. They pair really well. And a lot of people think of the KTs as an entry level series, but it's really not the case. It takes a good setup guy to be fast in a KT. So it's a pretty neat deal. There's a lot of talent in the series, especially up here in the Northwest, and I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just waiting for our first in the seat guest, which is Justin DeMars, to give us a call, and so as soon as he does that, we'll get in there. I'm excited. This kid is 13 years old, and there we go. Hey, how you doing, Justin DeMars? How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Oh, awesome. Welcome to the show. And say hi to One Time. He's sitting here next to me.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, so tell us, Justin, so our listeners kind of know a little bit about you. Tell us how long you've been racing and how old you are.
Well, I've been racing since I was 6, and I'm 13 now.
Wow. And you've now, what about your karting experience? Are you a champion of any sorts, or tell us kind of a little bit about your background there?
Well, I have won 3 Grand National Championships for the Junior 1 class.
Wow. So you're considered an IKF expert then, I think, correct?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. And you're 13 years old. That's unbelievable. So tell us, you got your first win on Saturday. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I qualified first in the heat race. I won it. Then we did an invert in heat 2. I got second. Then in the main, I won. I was pretty excited about that because Hatch and those guys are just really hard, and I was pretty impressed with myself. Yeah,
it sounds like you should be. I think everybody was impressed with you at your performance at the Buddha too. So, and for those of you who don't know, Hatch is Chris Hatch, the owner of Black Star Motorsports, who was Justin's coach for several of. I know they helped you at the Nationals. Is that correct?
Yes, he helped me at every Grand Nationals that I have gone to so far.
Wow. So was it? So it was really awesome to beat your teacher, wasn't it?
It was beyond words.
Yeah. Well, your dad was sure pretty proud, and that's pretty cool. And so, what do you aspire to do? I mean, are you wanting to go on to sprint cars or stock cars, or what, do you have any desire to move up?
Well, we are trying to get to go to Supernats if everything works out, and hopefully we can get some kind of notice. At last week's or 2 weeks ago, Greg Biffle's friend came down.
Oh, and he watched you run?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Well, so what is so tell me a little bit. They call you the Bandit. Why do they call you that?
Pretty much because I steal it at the last second.
Pretty cool. So the Team Bandit Racing. What's your plans for 2015?
Huh?
What's your plans for 2015? Are you gonna what are you gonna run? What are you gonna run? Are you gonna run the Gold Cup? Are you gonna run the Can-Am? What are you gonna run?
So what we're going to do, if everything works out, we are going to run the LO206 for Can-Am. Then we're going to have Chris Hatch meet up with us at McMinnville a couple of weeks and just keep testing with the Leopard for Supernats.
Man, right on. That is cool stuff. Yeah, Scott McDowell says, cool, this kid is bad fast. Right on, keep up the good work, Bandit. So, man, it sounds like you got some fans. Are you looking forward to 2015?
I'm looking forward to 2015 mostly because if we do go to Supernats, that'll be a lot bigger race than I've been to.
Well, my last question for you is if you were in a Jawa, do you think you could put a whooping on Shane Smith in the UAS class?
Well, only time will tell.
He's a diplomat.
From the sound of it, I think he probably could.
Right on. Well, hey, Justin, man, I appreciate you being on the show. I want to have you on the show again where we can spend a lot more time with you, but I just wanted all the race fans out there to kind of hear about your story, what you're doing, and, man, dude, you're an awesome wheel, and you're a classy kid, and, I'm proud of you. I'm just glad I got to watch you this much, and appreciate it, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the racetrack, huh?
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Hey,
no problem. Justin DeMars, everybody, the Bandit. Great guest. This kid's going to be good. 13 years old, and he's pretty solid, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anytime that AKR clone class they have down there, there's no jokes in that. That is a great class, and Chris is one of the best there. So anytime he can beat him, that's a good run.
Yeah, like what was Rocket say? Whooping Shane isn't much to brag about.
Yeah, except for those 3 out of 4 races I won during the summer against him. But that's...
Well, it sounds like he's got a new. He bent his up pretty good at the BK. It was pretty much a mess. So
yeah, they he got into the wall pretty bad there, and I know they were trying to get it fixed, but it was just too hurt, and so they got a new one on the way.
So what are you on? What kind of car are you on?
We got a 2013 Ultramax Eccentric.
Okay. Are you like that?
Yeah, we're liking it. It's kind of got a narrow setup window on it, so we're looking into other options. But the more we run with it, the more we learn on it. So it's been good to us.
Man, here's what I noticed, honestly. There's a lot of wiseacres on here. You know what? You got Gibb talking about ouch, and Dick saying, "Oh snap!" It never ends, does it?
Oh, we like to keep it lively.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't see the Hitman in the house. Where's he at? And Chase and man, my boys are killing me. Wes Snow, where are they all at? Shoot. So we got about 5 minutes before we get. We have our next in the seat guest, which is I'll tell you a little bit about him. His name is Dave Goulet, good friend of mine. He actually got me started in the late model deal back in 1990. Just saying, I had a 68 Chevelle. I bought it from the wrecking yard. Bought the full frame. Just had to cut the clip off, and so I put that together and ran in what they called the Super Sport, which was basically a class down at Willamette Speedway. I didn't get to travel. It was just every Saturday night at this track, and so I did that, and did that for about 10 years. Took me 7 of them to finally win a main event, but it was pretty cool. But he's a former NASCAR Northwest Tour driver. And he is a great driver. He was a big name here in the Northwest, building cars and whatnot. He and his mom, the racing farmer, Phil Goulet. Some of you may know him late model-wise. But he went back east. And, hey, Trevor Loudon, what's up, my man? Thanks for tuning in. So he's going to be on the show, and he's back at Daytona working for an ARCA team. So he's just going to call us and kind of give us I got some questions for him that gonna hopefully shed some light on those guys and gals that are trying to get back there to Daytona and what it's going to take and that kind of thing. So
yeah, no, definitely a lot of work and a lot of effort to get up to that level.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what about you? Are you thinking you want to move up the late model ranks or what?
No, we when I was about 16, we were running a sprint car. Actually, still have the sprint car. Just kind of just haven't got back into it. Got hooked into the karting, and if we were going to do anything else bigger, it'd be going back to the dirt and staying on the dirt with the sprint car.
Right, and and they've got that new. Hey, I got a big shout out to the eCart Group, the owner James O'Brien. He's celebrating his 10th wedding anniversary with his bride Katie. So man, cool. We got some. 10 years though, that's still maybe a newlywed. I don't know. 20. It's been 21 here.
That's a long time.
She's bared the brunt of it, but I couldn't ask for a better lady. But hey, congratulations to Mr. O'Brien and his lovely wife Katie on their 10th wedding anniversary. Good deal.
Very cool.
Yeah, we'll see how that e-karting deal goes. Maybe 20, maybe won't. I don't know. Hopefully it is, but That's pretty cool.